West Virginia State University is proud to celebrate 135 years of the 1890 land-grant system. For over a century, this university, along with our sister institutions in the 1890 system, have been transforming the lives of Americans through our education, our outreach, and our research in the critical field of agriculture. This anniversary is especially significant for us here at West Virginia State University, for we hold the distinction of being the only land-grant university to have had our land-grant status revoked in the 1950s. Thanks to the leadership and the tenacity of our ninth president, Dr. Hazo Carter, we reclaimed our land-grant status in the 1990s. This achievement was supported by visionaries such as Dr. Orlando McMeans and Dr. R. Charles Byers. Through their collective wisdom and leadership, we stand here today as a proud and as a strong 1890 land-grant university.
Well, first of all, when he interviewed for the job, that's what the alumni stated to him. We want you to get back our name right. And the other thing, Dr. Carter and the late Phyllis Carter, Judge Phyllis Carter, were both graduates of HBCUs. And Dr. Carter was a graduate of Tennessee State, which is an 1890 land-grant institution. His father taught there for 45 years, and his mother taught there for 43 years. So land-grant is all he knew. Outside of just Tennessee State, he also went to University of Illinois, which is also a land-grant institution. So he saw the benefits of being a land-grant institution, not for the institution, but for the state in which the institution resides.
Dr. Carter was very, very instrumental in regaining it. And I made several trips along with Dr. Carter to Washington, to Senator Byrd's office, to help to regain the status. And but at any rate, the key thing about it, Dr. Carter knew about it. He felt that it was something, it was our birthright to regain it. And so we just moved, and our alumni, they were behind it, and that's how it came to pass. There were several challenges. There were people working in Senator Byrd's office that did not want us to gain it. And when we would go to Washington, they would say that Senator Byrd was busy and he couldn't see us. And so finally, we got a chance to see him, and it became something, he felt that he wanted us to have it.
First of all, they had to get their state land-grant status reinstated before the feds can recognize you. After they got the state land-grant status, I think that would have been in 1991. I think House Bill 2124, actually. They then needed to get the federal designation. That was the hard part. They needed USDA to support them. They needed our congressional delegation to support them. And importantly, they needed the president to eventually sign off on it. So it was a lot of steps we had to go to, including also getting our 1890 sister institutions on board.
It seemed like every time we made one positive movement, we discovered there was something else that we had to do.
The most challenging one was, you would think that the other 1890s would have wanted us to be apart again, but they didn't want to divide that pie up to 18. It was already divided up into 17. So we had a lot of pushback from the Council of 1890 Presidents and Chancellors. We also had some challenges up in Morgantown, where they were talking to congressional delegation not in our favor. And so that was a challenge as well as we just had many people, even internally, we had some people that said, you know, this is impossible to get that done. And so there were so many hurdles. And for Dr. Carter, the last few times I talked to him, he said some of the darker days of his life, just feeling, you know, it was impossible. But, you know, we're sitting here right now and definitely became a reality. The last step was the signing of it by then President Bill Clinton, who signed it on October 22nd, 1999. I remember I got the call. I was watching C-SPAN. I was watching everything, and we got the call from Jennifer Kelly that we were once more restored as a 1890 land grant institution, and it was a joyous occasion, but also the fact that we had to start a new program from scratch. Again, that was quite challenging.
I went to Dr. Carter's office and I told him, and he often would restate this, I said, West Virginia State University will never, it was West Virginia State College at the time, would never be the same after we regained our land grant status. And it has not. So many things have become made possible to this institution because we're a land grant school as a result of regaining full status.
I always feel very proud. In fact, someone asked me a question the other day. We had a retreat for the chancellors at Southern University, and they asked me what's the proudest accomplishment in my life. That's number one. I mean, say you're a PhD or what have you, but us regaining that land grant status when everyone seemed like was against us. Everybody was excited because as one of the alums said to me, he said, I didn't think I would be around to see this day, you know.
Well, I should say initially when we got it, it was not embraced by several faculty because some of them saw it as a threat, and some departments did not welcome the land grant movement. It was like a we-they institution. But I guess because I'd been here so long and had, I guess, the respect of both groups, I was able to bring them together. And over time, through working with the Faculty Senate and by virtue of my position in President Carter, we were able to merge them and to give land grant faculty status, as well as allowing regular university departments to work in land grant. So it became kind of a merger. And so now it's well respected and so forth.
You have to understand, we went from $0 to $2 million overnight in a school this size. And then eventually, I think on annual we started receiving somewhere around about 6 or 7 million with the facilities and capacity building and RREA, all these other alphabet words. So, but it just grew overnight. After 2000, it just started expanding, and a lot of existing faculty on campus did become a part of that mission area. So I would like to wish West Virginia State, one of the greatest institutions in the world, congratulating them on 25 years of reinstatement of their land grant status and doing great things that have the goal of benefiting the collective individuals that they serve. I'm a graduate of Alabama A&M as an undergrad, but I feel more like an alum of West Virginia State than I do Alabama A&M because of all the friends and people that I met over those 20-something years that I was here. And so I just love it. I love this institution, and this is the only place that will get me away from Baton Rouge during the time where we're prepping for students to come in. So that shows you how I feel about West Virginia State.
The story of West Virginia State's land grant status is nothing short of extraordinary. So while we take time today to commemorate 135 years of the 1890 system, we also want to lift up the fact that West Virginia State University, which has restored its land grant status, is also celebrating 25 years of excellence. Whether it be our extension programs that are impacting lives across the state, our cutting-edge research and innovation that is helping to move the needle in the agricultural ecosystem, or our forthcoming Purdy School of Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources, West Virginia State is planting seeds that will pay huge dividends for not just the citizens of West Virginia or for Americans, but for our entire world. Go State!